The following is a parody based solely on the purpose of making you laugh and for comedic purposes, not based on an actual conversation. Although we could definitely see a conversation like this happening. Please hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe if you are new.
So, Steve, wasn't that, totally great that we got Laura-Lynn, Tyler Thompson, and Ray Curry from the Unction booted out of the NRB? Ray, we're, the greatest ever. Our influence at Daystar, we got the NRB to do exactly what we wanted to. Steve, what were you thinking? When you saw Laura-Lynn, try to talk to you, what was going through your mind?
Well, Rachel, I was just there on the phone and, I heard her. I heard her try to taunt me and, she was saying, hey, it's the clickbait. And as soon as I heard that, we had the plan already together. We got security. We're going to take care of her and get her, immediately out of that convention. I can make videos about Laura-Lynn and I can call her a clickbait cockroach, but Rachel, I don't like confrontation. The fact that she was there, I wasn't going to put up with that. I'm afraid of her, to be perfectly honest. And, we had security immediately get involved. I was not going to be having any of that.
Right? I know, Steve, I talked to Shannon Kelly, before we even got to the NRB. I just knew, I said, Shannon, right? We know that Laura-Lynn and Ray Curry and Everett from Ohio for Freedom, they're going to be there. And, we don't want them there. The NRB is ours. It's Daystar's. It's not them. They don't belong there. And, the fact that Laura-Lynn tried to pull me off to the side and have a conversation with me and tell me, Steve, do you know that she told me that, JW has a letter about Pete and, Ray, these horrible things that he did? I don't believe that letter exists. Steve, do you think that it exists?
I don't believe for 1 second, Rachel, that any letter like that exists. We know that, for Jonathan and for Susie and Laura-Lynn, Tyler Thompson, and Ray Curry, they're all just a bunch of slanderous gossipers that are trying to take down a network that is doing amazing things for the Lord.
I know, Steve, Steve, how long have you been working now for Daystar?
Oh, I've been here, Rachel, for 875 years. And
wait, 875 years? That would make you, the oldest, guy in the world, right? Didn't, Adam live to be, over 900 years old or something?
Well, yeah, he did. I've been so blessed that the Lord would have me here as long as he has. I can't tell you how fortunate I am. But the greatest days of my life, Rachel, have been working for your mother, Joni.
Right? Well, yeah, she's all right. I have plans. I'm going to take over Daystar. And when I do, I'm going to name it Raystar. Steve, it's going to be, so great when this all happens.
Well, Rachel, tell me a little bit more about what happened with Ray Curry. How did you and Shannon Kelly devise that whole plan to get him kicked out of the convention? Because that was truly something else.
Well, it was really easy, Steve. Our influence at Daystar is just so much. We just walk in, we own NRB, and we knew with Ray Curry coming in there, and Shannon Kelly wasn't gonna put up with any lip at all. And that little smart, did you hear what that smart mouth from Ohio, that Everett, said to Shannon? He started this whole thing, right? Everett said, he asked Shannon, he's like, so how's the tracker business going? Just trying to start something. We were just trying to mind our own business and we didn't want any trouble at all. So really, Everett's the one that started it all. But we talked to security in advance and we didn't want Ray Curry there. And so, the second that there was any sort of opportunity, like we pounced on that. Like we weren't going to have him there. And like, I don't want to hear all this mess about how like, Shannon Kelly is being accused of like the R word and all that. Like, that's just so crazy because like, I know he has so many friends that are, of that nationality. Like, it's just horrible. And it's slander, Steve. It's absolute slander to even remotely accuse him of I absolutely agree with that, Rachel. I mean, again, we're Daystar. We love people from all over the world, no matter what they look like. And the fact that they would try to pin that, they have no proof of that whatsoever. And I am just absolutely... Okay, Steve, that's enough of you talking. Like, I just have to say, I gotta say to Laura-Lynn, like, I will never, like, ever go on your show. Like, you run your mouth about me all the time and you call me mean and you say that, like, I say all these nasty things on social media. Like, I think you're just, like, obsessed with me. Like, why? I think you just, like, want to be me because, like, the more you talk about me, the more that, like, I realize that you want to be me. Like, you want to be Rachel. And Laura-Lynn, you can never, and I mean never, ever, rate. Like, you can never be Rachel. And I will never come on your show. And I do, okay? You listen to me, Laura-Lynn. I do have the evidence against my brother, Jonathan, and Susie. And I'm going to put that out. Everyone's saying, like, Rachel, you need to put out. I'm going to put it out when I want to put it out, okay? I don't do things on your timetable. I do it when I'm good and ready, right? Like, what? Like, I'm not going to just, I'm not going to just cave to your every demand just because you're like my brother and Jonathan. Like, I heard you say, like, if you have it, like, put out, like, don't you worry. Like, it'll come out when it comes out. And pretty soon, Jonathan, I'm going to be running Daystar and I'm going to rename it Raystar because you will never, ever again step foot in this organization, especially once I take control of it. And for Ray Curry, like, I don't want to hear all this mess, like, about how, again, you were mistreated because of how you look. Like, that's just so ridiculous. Like, you crossed security, okay? You told them to get moving, and you don't disrespect the the NRB security like that. You do not. That was disrespectful, Ray Curry. Unction. Mr. Unction Man, okay? Like, Ray, you didn't do that. Steve, like, do you understand, like, what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely, 100%, I absolutely agree with you, Rachel. Like, again, we're a good Christian network, and these spiritual demonic attacks against us, this misinformation that the likes of Laura-Lynn, Tyler Thompson, and Unction, and Everett, and this other not by sight guy, I think, like, we are not going to put up with it. There is a spirit of the accuser of the brethren going on right now, and it's affecting Daystar. And I, for one, am not going to... All right, Steve, like, you're done, okay? Like, you need to go rest, Steve. Like, you're 875 years old, okay? So, like, go relax, like, and we'll, like, talk tomorrow. But, like, yeah, I just want to say, again, I'm never going on Laura-Lynn's show. And Ray Curry, I don't like you. And Everett, I don't like you. And Not By Sight, I really, really don't like you. And Daystar is going to become Raystar. Like, we own the NRB, and we're going to have an even bigger impact come next year. And I better not see any of these podcasters show up there for 2026 because I'm going to make sure that they are not allowed inside the building. We will not tolerate the disrespect that they have shown me, Rachel Lamp. Oh, Rachel, what? But what about your mother? Steve, I said to stop talking. Like, what don't you understand about that? Okay, we're talking about me right now. We're not talking about my mom, right? Oh my God, like, it's just, you guys have to understand. Like, this is what I have to put up with. Like, I am the star. Like, I am the star of Daystar. I am Raystar. Like, it is Raystar. Okay, so like, get that hashtag going. It's like hashtag Raystar. And I'm going to take over the world. Like, it is going to be so great. And, like, no one can stop me because, yeah, like, I'm Rachel. Like, wait. All right, Steve, like, let's go. Like, you need to help me with my project. Steve, come on. All right, Rachel. All right, okay. I'm sorry about that. All right, Steve, again, I said to stop talking. Like, why are you still talking? Oh my God, like, this is ridiculous. Like, I need to hire new people. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
This concludes our Daystar parody for the day. We hope that you enjoyed this comedic presentation and that it brought you many laughs. If you really enjoy and appreciate Not By Sight News, please again hit the like button, share the video, and if you really want to support, you can think about making a donation. Please see links to donate in the description down below, or you can just hit the super thanks button here on the YT video to make a contribution that way. And for more Daystar parodies, please search hashtag NotBySightNews impressions on YouTube, where you can find plenty of more Daystar parodies and enjoy countless amounts of more laughs. Until next time, this is Not By Sight News, Daystar Parodies, signing off.